International Fight Week, it's gonna be nuts.
3 championship belts on the line, and champions will be crowned.
This was the first man Dana White saw the inspired power slap.
Oh, Dumpling, my God!
But the Hawaiian Hitman gonna try and get revenge for his brother. The King is back. The very first champion in 2 different divisions.
The light heavyweight title is on the line. Toughness is going to be the difference.
Expect a very explosive matchup.
They have some things to prove. The biggest stars in Power Slap.
Oh, and that's it!
Coming to you from the beautiful Fontainebleau, Las Vegas, where history will be made.
International Fight Week, it's gonna be nuts.
3 championship belts on the line, and champions will be crowned.
This was the first man Dana White saw the inspired power slap.
Oh, Dumpling, my God!
But the Hawaiian Hitman gonna try and get revenge for his brother. The King is back. The very first champion in 2 different divisions.
The light heavyweight title is on the line. Toughness is going to be the difference.
Expect a very explosive matchup.
They have some things to prove. The biggest stars in Power Slap.
Oh, and that's it!
Coming to you from the beautiful Fontainebleau, Las Vegas, where history will be made.
My welterweight reign tonight starts off with a banger, with a knockout, and it's just every single person that they put in front of me is just gonna get knocked out. I have no doubt in my ability to be able to do that in this division.
I'm ready to do some damage to Azael tonight. I'm ready to really lay it on him. I'm gonna let him rip. This time I'm not holding back. He's gonna feel it.
I always go in confident. As soon as I look at that guy, once I look at you in the eyes, I can tell, I see the fear. So I always go in confident because I know I got the power to take anybody on. It doesn't matter.
I'll be leaving the Fontainebleau with the belt wrapped around my waist. I'll do whatever it takes to get that win. I don't have no intentions on losing.
I'll make the biggest and the baddest statement that God is willing to provide for me. And God willing, and I'm gonna bust his whole face.
Посмотрим, насколько он крепко мне челюсть. Я всем говорю, что в этом виде спорта как бы не важно, как ты бьешь, а как ты держишь удар.
Ladies and gentlemen, the power is
It's lucky number 13 for Power Slap. We're back at the beautiful Fontainebleau Hotel, Las Vegas, kicking off the summer with one of the best cards in Power Slap history, and it's all going down right now. V-Chain, Power Slap 13, Dumpling, First to Wine, Hitman is presented by Monster Energy, Unleash the Beast, and these matchups really do get better. Every event tonight is no different, with 3 title fights and a title eliminator bout on the most stacked main card the sport has ever seen. Welcome inside the lovely Fontainebleau Hotel, Las Vegas, alongside the Hall of Famer Michael Bisping. I'm Dan Hellie, and we do have a lot of new names debuting on this card, but it's about the name brands.
Yes.
The ones who are trying to defend their titles here tonight.
The people that helped build this sport into the phenomenon which it is today. The place is just filling up now. Of course, we've got all the fan favorites. We've got the Dumpling. We've got the Hawaiian Hitman. We have 3 title fights in total and a stacked night of action.
And the one this is all built around, of course, our super heavyweight main event. Let's take a look at these super heavyweight rankings brought to you by Dios Azul, the official tequila partner of Power Slap. The champion, of course, the man from Russia. His name is Dumpling. He took the title from the Crazy Hawaiian. Now he faces the Crazy Hawaiian's little brother. You know who I'm talking about. Yes, you do. The Hawaiian Hitman is here looking for a title shot, but Dumpling is no joke. This is his 3rd title match already.
We knew that Dumpling was going to do big things ever since he signed with Power Slap. He was one of the reasons that Dana White decided to get into this sport. 12 victories all over the world, and of course now the man is the super heavyweight champion. Took the belt of the Crazy Hawaiian and did it in style, did it in Saudi Arabia, and the man's only getting better. He's getting bigger, he's getting stronger. Comes from a farm, never used to train. Now he's pushing weights, he's lifting, he's squatting, he's getting even better.
As for the Hawaiian Hitman, this is his first title match after that win over Dennis Vildanov back in January.
Yeah, but listen, when he made his debut on Power Slap, he knocked out Slap for cash, and we knew right then and there that this man was something special. Last time out, knocked out Dennis Vildanov, as you said, incredibly disgusting knockout power, and of course, he wants revenge for his brother. We see the Dumpling there, dressed in custom suits these days. The man has changed, the man has grown into being a champion.
Who thought we'd see the farmer from Serbia in custom suits? He is a rising star in Serbia. As for our co-main event, it's Wolverine, the promotion's first 2-division champion, taking on the hard-hitting Russell Rivera.
Yeah, listen, the Wolverine, the 2-weight division champion. Of course, he retired last time out, but it was a very short-lived retirement. Last time we saw him, he knocked out Vern Cathy and just reminded the world what he is capable of. But this is going to be a very difficult matchup. We see it there. The power of Russell Rivera. He really is built differently. Any match he's in, he either gets knocked out or he knocks people out themselves. This is absolutely guaranteed to be an explosive matchup.
This is power on power. Nobody has been better than Wolverine, the first 2-division champion. But man, does Russell Rivera hit hard. Let's take a look at the main card brought to you by Monster Energy, the official energy drink of Power Slap. Former welterweight champions matched up in Emmanuel Muniz and KO Chris Thomas. They're going to open the card up. Both of them chasing Anthony Babyface Blackburn, who defends his title for the 2nd time against Asiel Rodriguez. It's in the co-main. It is Wolverine coming out of that early retirement to take on Russell Rivera. And our main event, of course, the Russian sensation Dumpling taking on the Hawaiian Hitman for the super heavyweight title. With that, we bring in the 3rd member of our team, Charlie Arnold. who has more on our third title match of the evening.
Dan, thank you so much. First and foremost, let's wish a happy anniversary to Anthony Blackburn. Exactly 1 year ago, he captured the welterweight championship, now entering his second title defense with an undefeated 5-0-1 record. Now, despite this streak, Babyface says confidence is something he has always struggled with in the past. So leading up to this bout, for the past few months, working with his coaches to get those levels of confidence skyrocketing. He says finally, he feels like his head has just as much power as his hand. Something else Babyface has been working on in camp is his neck strength. He says when he has that full pump on, his neck measures at 18 inches. Guys, you realize that is a big neck. Finally, the champ says something he is really stoked about. Next month in New Orleans at Power Slap 14, he will finally have an opportunity to expand his role in Power Slap, that being as a coach. But obviously, he can't look past the test he has ahead of him tonight. He says all he has on his mind, he wants to retain his title and do it in a vicious fashion, that of course being with a knockout. Though Ozzy Al Rodriguez says that is not the way he plans on ringing in this new chapter at 170. El Perro says actually we have never quite seen the amount of power that he is capable of, because he says in the past he's always been a little bit self-conscious of fouling, but he says tonight is not the time to hold back and not to play it safe in any regard. He is ready to seize the opportunity and become a champion. Dan, back to you.
All right, Charlie, thank you very much. As we take a look at the 4 fights in the prelims, light heavyweights Luke Simons and Alan Klingbeil get us going. Michelle Brown taking on the Canadian Ellie Dempster, who's making her debut. Kazakhstan's Zakir Naimanbayev tries to keep his perfect record intact against the undefeated Bryce Jones. And our featured prelim is the heavyweights James Siekman and Pono Powell. The rules of Power Slap are brought to you by Gorilla Elixir, the official alternative beverage of Power Slap. For the striker, they must use a flat, open hand to the cheek or a clubbing foul will be assessed. The feet have to be grounded, no pivoting or stepping. There has been an adjustment recently allowing for a minor heel lift. You must declare a hand and a number prior to the strike. For the defender, there is no chin tucking or flinching. Flinching is just massive. It's potentially a point deduction, and the striker goes again. The defender does receive 60 seconds to recover after each strike. 2 fouls get you DQ'd in the 3-round match, 3 fouls in a 5-round match, and you're out. The defender does get 2 minutes to recover after they've been fouled. Power Slap is using instant replay, and if there isn't a finish, we go to the judges' scorecards. Now, if the match ends in a draw, there will be one more match. The match will be scored solely on the additional sudden victory round. The winner of the extra round is the winner of the match. If that round ends in a tie, then the match does go in the books as a draw. These Power Slap stats are brought to you by 500 Casino. The odds just got real by the world's best crypto casino, 500 Casino. Here are the numbers. Through 249 Power Slap matches, the winners of the coin toss have gone on to win 51% of the time. And a new rule to remind you of from earlier this year. If you miss weight or you DQ in your previous match, you automatically forfeit the coin toss. On deck for our first fight of the night is the man they call Kryptonian. Alan Klingbeil might look like the guy next door and the IT specialist he is, but the 33-year-old from San Antonio is a different dude when he steps on stage. Not going to be an easy task against Luke Simons, the Georgia native also making his home in Texas these days, and the former bodybuilder hasn't lost yet in Power Slap, coming in with a perfect 4-0 record. For the first time tonight, we put the Power Slap table to work. These odds are presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. It is the undefeated Luke Simons who comes in as the slight -155 favorite. To stay undefeated on the Power Slap stage is no easy task, but Luke Simons has done just that since making his debut a little over a year ago. But looking to put a mark in that loss column is the battle-tested Alan Klingbeil.
Unbeaten and closing in on a world title in a stacked light heavyweight division, Dallas's Luke Simons has stopped Timothy Thomas and Garrett Blakesley in his last 2 bouts. But to get closer to gold, he must settle some unfinished business with Alan Klingbeil, the man who pushed Simons to the limit before coming up on the short end of a split decision in May of last year. San Antonio's Klingbeil looks to even the score in this all-Texas clash and move back into the top 5, where Lethal Strike currently resides. Coming up next, Luke Lethal Strike Simons takes on Alan the Kryptonian Klingbeil.
Just cool as a cucumber is Alan Klingbeil. We haven't seen him since May of 24. He's an IT specialist in the Air Force based in San Antonio. Been in the Air Force for 4 years. He's coming off a 3-month deployment in the Pacific. Couldn't tell us exactly where it was. Done a few acting gigs here and there, but he says he's been staying ready for Power Slap. He's always training.
Yeah, that's right. This man has been very successful in Power Slap. So far, he's got a record 4 wins, 1 loss, and of course, one of those losses were to his opponent tonight, Luke Simons. But he's not bothered about that. He's not intimidated about it. And we see him here walking on the stage, starting the air portion of the show tonight. Very, very confident. You said he's been a very, very busy man, of course, as you mentioned, in the Air Force. Spent 3 months in the Pacific. He's buying a house. He's training. He's acting. He's doing everything he can to make the most out of his life. And I just love talking to this guy. He's just a nice, very, very warm, charming young man.
This is the kind of guy, if you had a daughter and she brought him home, you'd be like, he's good. We're good.
I think my daughter's boyfriend would have something to say about it, but I get the point that you're making.
As would my daughter's boyfriend, the more I think about it. But I'm just saying, moms like him. Lethal Strike, Luke Simons, 28 years old, living in Dallas, Texas, coming in with that undefeated record. He's been told that he'll get a title shot with a win tonight. Says he's really focused on slapping. He's put all his energy into this. He's pushed all the cards in.
Yeah, Lethal Strike is on a absolute roll right now. Just like you said, right now, he's undefeated, 2 straight knockouts. He knows a championship opportunity is within his grasp, so he made the decision recently to quit his 9-to-5 so he could be all in on training. He and his girlfriend, they just recently moved. He says it's really been a blessing because their new building has a gym inside of it, which makes training way more convenient. And guys, I'm sure you already have, if you scroll through Simon's IG, fitness is life for this guy. So his next goal is to get his personal training certification so he can make even more money off of those muscles.
Yeah, well, listen, he's a lifelong athlete. Started off with wrestling, football, basketball, baseball, you name it, he's done it. And now here he is in Power Slap, and so far undefeated. 4 in a row, 2 knockouts in his last 2 wins on season 3, road to the title, and of course, as we said before, one of those over Alan Klingbeil. He truly feels he's going to go out here tonight, he's going to repeat the history on the last 2 knockouts, made that 3 knockouts in a row, and by the end of 2025, he really sees himself as a champion. Now on stage, these two are talking a fair bit of smack. Alan Klingbeil smacking the baton on the stage, Luke Simons lapping up the energy as well. This is going to be a great way to start the night.
This is a beautiful way to get the night started. Former bodybuilder getting the crowd going as we take a look at the tail of the tape. Klingbeil is 5 years older, ½ an inch taller, hand size exactly the same. And you can see Simon's a -260 favorite. Some late movement on that line, tilting in Simon's favor. So some big money coming in on the undefeated Luke Simons. Let's send it to our Power Slap announcer, Justin Bernard, to get things going tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, the power is on! Welcome to V-Chain Power Slap 13, Dumpling versus the Hawaiian Hitman. Presented by Monster Energy. Unleash the Beast. Live and free across the globe on YouTube. This match is 3 rounds in the Power Slap Light Heavyweight Division. Presented by Power Slap Mobile. Download today on the App Store and Google Play. Introducing to you first in the blue corner. He stands 6 feet and 1/2 inches tall, weighing in at 199 pounds. Out of San Antonio, Texas. He is a number 6 ranked light heavyweight contender in the world. Alan, the Kryptonian Klingbeil. And in the red corner, he stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 204.5 pounds. Out of Dallas, Texas. Texas, he is a number 4 ranked light heavyweight contender in the world, Luke Lethal Strike Simons. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Kerry Hatley. Winner of the coin toss and striking first, Luke Simons.
Tonight's Fighter Stats brought to you by 500 Casino. The odds just got real by the world's best crypto casino, 500 Casino. Just over 13% of Power Slap matches were victories by the coin toss winners in the first round. Essentially, first round, first slap knockouts.
All right, gentlemen, that's what you work for, man. Here we go.
And tonight, that honor goes to Luke Simons.
It still blows my mind that only 51% of the coin toss winners eventually win the match.
I mean, it's split. It's almost even. It's wild.
Right on one. Okay, right on one. You must
Simons
measure.
goes first.
You must measure.
Simons' last two matches, as I said on the walk,
on one,
ended by KO. Gonna go on one. Risky. Oh.
Stumbles him hard. Looks
bad flinch.
Or a club.
But he was all over the place. Alan Klingbeil. It was a really bad flinch, potentially a club as well.
He got a clubbing foul, all right? He's going to have a foul.
So let's look here.
Relax. I told you you'd fucking club. I know. Come here. Stand over here.
Pussy! That's a flinch.
Stand over here.
Without a doubt.
Get over here. Just breathe. Relax.
I think they might flip this, Bisping.
All right? Breathe. Take your time. You're going to have an extra minute, all right?
I think they initially called a club, which is what Kerry Hatley is indicating, but
you're going to have an extra minute.
It's a little clubby. It's a little high towards the ear.
1 point red clubbing.
Called the club?
Red clubbing.
I mean, maybe a club, definitely a flinch. Alan Klingbeil took a good shot, definitely wobbled, but got away with that.
Well, we've talked about it over and over, how big these penalties are. If Klingbeil lands a clean shot, he wins this round 10-8.
We saw some disqualifications on the prelims. 2 fouls in a 3-round bout, you're out. And that's it, you're going home, baby.
I know, he does it, I know. But guess what? Right now you're winning.
And you're going home a loser, by the way.
Right? So, yeah, you look good. He just wobbled you, of course, because he fucking punched you. So just breathe.
Yeah.
He was wobbled significantly.
You got 40 seconds left.
So that's Isaiah Quinones. He's the blue corner coach, telling Klingbeil to take his time. He's watching the clock. 36 seconds to go at this point. You do get 2 minutes after you've been fouled, and it is wise to take as much of that clock as you possibly can.
Just take your time.
And of course, Quinones, the middleweight champ, taking up Brandon Bordeaux, the coach in the other corner. That's going down. Power Slap 14, New Orleans.
Yes, sir. So here's Klingbeil. Clean slap. He takes the round 10-8.
Right there. Good. Okay, blue, hand and count.
Right hand on 3.
Look at the left side of his face.
On 3. Right hand
like
on
a
3.
tomato.
You must measure. There's your measure.
So generally not as much power on Klingbeil, but look at this. Sits it down! Oh, just when I said it. They're telling him to stay still. Bordeaux's like, sit down, don't move. Is that I'm good, ref?
Holy cow. That's how you want to start tonight, Bisping.
Hey, fair play to Klingbeil. Gets clubbed, gets rocked, gets revenge.
Hey, we're going to put a good one on him right here, okay? You can finish him with a good shot.
That was a good shot. Let's take a look at that again.
20 seconds, okay?
Closes the eyes. Boom! We're all the way through.
Bring it back just a little bit.
Simons goes down.
All right, here we go, blue.
He was lucky as well. He hit the canvas hard. He's wobbling all over the place.
Okay, recover.
Both of these men have been hurt now.
Okay, you got to be sure you hit with
2 huge blows, but it's Klingbeil because of the clubbing penalty.
Okay, right hand on 3.
That will likely take the first round.
Measure. There's your measure.
Yes, agreed.
1, 2.
Klingbeil eats it again. Luke thought he was going to drop him, and Klingbeil just eats it like it's a freaking snack cake.
And we always talk about the power being diminished after you take a big shot. Klingbeil just dropped him hard.
Let's go. Give me that shit.
He had a clean blow this time.
Look at this.
No controversy with that whatsoever.
Nothing.
No flinching at all from Klingbeil. But he took it like a champ.
No, you're good. You're nothing. You said it was.
Here we go.
Are you just clinched?
He knocked him back a bit.
He knocked him back a bit.
You got 20 seconds, all right? So go
I was saying,
ahead. Let's get this
because
done.
it looked like
Do the
from
same
that
exact
angle,
fucking hit you did last time.
little
Same
bit
one.
of a flinch. Both times.
It's right on the edge. It's right on the edge, and it's hard to tell in slow-mo.
Right there. Hold it right there. Okay, hand and count, Blue.
But they haven't called it yet.
Right hand on
And they
three.
do try and
Right hand
roll
on
with the
three.
shots, which
You
is a
must
very
measure.
risky maneuver, but so far he's getting away with it. All right,
There's your
Klingbeil,
measure.
he's back, round 2. And he didn't really get hurt that round.
1,
He's fast.
2.
Oh, go to sleep.
No!
Give him a pillow. That's it. He ain't undefeated anymore. Alan Klingbeil gets revenge.
The O has gone out the door for Luke Simons. Alan Klingbeil making a serious statement here tonight.
Stay here till you get your head out.
What a shot. And the crowd goes wild.
Tonight's Monster Knockouts brought to you by Monster Energy. Unleash the Beast.
Well, that's exactly what Alan Klingbeil did. You could just tell by the way he was winding up and placing those shots that he was going to hit hard. Dropped him with the first one, and then with the second, that was it. That was a wrap. He was done. Klingbeil soaking up the moment, playing to the crowd. Luke Simons probably still doesn't know what day it is. Kind of caught himself as he went down. But yeah, he was out there.
Night, night.
You see the arm kind of frozen. Referee Kerry Hadley does the right thing, calls it straight off.
For those that put money on Alan Klingbeil, we talked about that line movement. It was crazy. Minus 155 to minus 260 for Luke Simons as the fans are going nuts.
Yeah. Wait for this. Look at her in the background. She fell out of the seat. Oh, it's great.
I don't think you can put into words how fun it is to actually be
I'm
here
telling
in
you,
person.
the atmosphere in here is electric.
Let's make it official with Justin Bernard.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Kerry Hadley calls a stop to the match in round number 2, declaring the winner by knockout, Alan the Kryptonian Klingbeil.
I'm here with the winner, Alan Klingbeil. Alan, wow. Hell yeah.
I am number 1.
Listen, your actions already tell me exactly how you're feeling. How good did it feel to put on a clinic like that and make such a statement?
You know what? I've been waiting a whole year to prove whoever judged that last match as him winning, that they are out of their freaking minds. I am Superman in this ring. This is my ring. I am the light heavyweight champion of the world. As soon as you give me that match, I'll prove it. I've been waiting. Just give me that match.
Well, your opponent thought a championship opportunity would have been next for him if he would have won this. Obviously, that did not happen. You just ruined his undefeated streak. I heard you say you want Wolverine next. Do you feel like you are now deserving of facing the light heavyweight champion?
Well, again, I believe I won that last match against Luke. I think I would have had a championship match if it wasn't for some erroneous judge making a terrible call. By split decision, of course, because he didn't even move me out of the box. He's a wimp. He lifts his heels, he pivots, and he tucked his chin like this. I mean, come on, guys. You're going to give him a championship fight? No. This guy. I've been here since day one, mofos. I'm number 1.
Alan, congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by knockout, Alan Klingbeil.
I think Alan Klingbeil's been hanging around our pro wrestlers, and I like it. I like it. He's calling for a title shot, gets the second knockout of his career. Take a listen to this.
2.
And again.
just so nasty.
I love it.
And it was so clean from Klingbeil.
Just the way that he was winding back was so fast. You knew there was going to be tremendous power. Poor old Luke Simons, not his night tonight. Klingbeil is fired up. We've never seen him like this. And you can see, definitely put on a lot of muscle.
That he has, the IT specialist, not playing any games here tonight with win number 4 of his Power Slap career.
We are bringing Nitro Circus back down under. It's gonna be one show.
We're producing 450 million tons plastic, and only 1% of plastic waste can be recycled. 16 billion paper cups annually, and it's coming from 6.5 million trees. Sustainability is a global decentralized challenge. Fractional and decentralized effort coming from everyone, every day, really matter. The Better DAO is aiming for inclusive adoptions of better actions. And we cannot be alone. We need more people to join us. I'm calling for actions. Swap your tokens, vote for your favorite projects, build your external applications. We're gonna succeed together to make the world a better place.
How about these social numbers for Power Slap? 26 million social followers, over 16 billion views across all platforms. 15 videos have over 100 million views. A combined following of influencers attending events, over 3.3 billion. That is absolutely crazy. It is time for the ladies to take center stage in a battle of flyweights. These DraftKings Sportsbook odds. The crown is yours. Look like this, even Steven. It's a pick'em between Michael Michelle Brown and Ellie the Belly Dempster. Born and raised and fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, Michael Michelle Brown will have the local crowd on her side as she makes her 3rd Power Slap appearance against promising Canadian newcomer Ellie Dempster.
After fearlessly stepping up to the Power Slap stage to battle 2 UFC veterans in her first 2 bouts, Las Vegas' own Michael Michelle Brown quickly became a fan favorite and a serious contender after defeating Emily Whitmire and going 3 hard rounds with Paige Van Zandt. Tonight, Brown wants to cement her place in the flyweight title picture by defeating Ellie Dempster. A native of Kitchener, Ontario, Canada, Dempster now makes her home in Las Vegas, and the Muay Thai ace will get a home game in her Power Slap debut against one of the best in the business. Coming up next, Michael Michelle Brown squares off against Ellie Belly Dempster.
Ellie Belly Dempster, 28 years old, living in Las Vegas, grew up in Canada. She has been in Las Vegas for less than a year after spending some time in Thailand, training in Muay Thai, working with children who are being sex trafficked. She has an extensive athletic background, played a little American football, some rugby, some Aussie rules football. She has been all over the place and done just about everything, Charlie.
Yeah, to expand a little bit on the things you've said, Ellie Dempster really has no fear. She has always been a fan of aggressive sports, which is why she finds herself in Power Slap at this point in time. She played co-ed football when she was young, then she switched over to rugby in high school, going on to play in Australia, New Zealand, and for the Thai national team. And when she was in Thailand, Belly started training in Muay Thai, also started some very important work with an NGO working with children who are at high risk for being sex trafficked, and then helping to educate them and find them homes. And Dempster really wants to use her Power Slap platform to further raise awareness for these at-risk kids.
Yeah, and while she was there, she was teaching them Muay Thai or introducing them to Muay Thai, and then she realized, hold on a minute, I don't know how to defend myself. So she started training Thai boxing. Then she had some fights, had 14 fights whilst in Thailand, won 12 of them, had 9 knockouts, fought on karate combat as well. So this girl is just kind of rough and tough. She loves the action, she loves aggressive sports. She's played football, rugby, Australian football rules as well, played for the Italian national team. A very good athlete.
A tremendous athlete, and Ellie Dempster is the official V-Chain slap fighter of the night, making her debut here in Las Vegas against a very familiar face. It is Las Vegas on Las Vegas. You don't get a chance to see this very often.
Take as long as you want. It's on your time, all right?
She is a performer. She loves the spotlight. Her name is Michelle Brown. Her last fight against Paige Van Zandt went down in March of 2025. She lost, went the distance, a unanimous decision. She beat Emily Whitmire. So her first 2 matches were against former UFC fighters, and she's all in. Used to work as a waitress at the Durango, not anymore. Quit her job, signed a deal with a creator platform that's going to pay her more than she was making, and she has a manager. She is blowing up, Bisping.
She is absolutely loving this journey with Power Slap. It has completely transformed her life. You can see she's very marketable. She's a natural showman, and as you said, she's taken on nothing but really stiff competition. 2 UFC fighters in a row, of course, Paige Van Zandt and Emily Whitmire. Lost to Paige Van Zandt, had a good win over Emily Whitmire, but she's learning and improving all the time. And now, given the developments that you said, she's making a lot of money through this. She's training even harder, more dedicated, more science, and improving all the time.
Let's take a look now at the tail of the tape. Dempster and Michelle Brown. 2 years separate these ladies in age. You look at the hand size, it's identical. The reach, almost identical as well. A very slight half-inch reach advantage for Michelle Brown. Let's get it to Justin Bernard for this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is 3 rounds in the Power Slap Women's Flyweight Division and presented by Crypto.com, the official crypto exchange partner of Power Slap. Introducing to you first in the blue corner, she stands 5 feet 5 inches tall, weighing in at 125 pounds. Out of Las Vegas, Nevada, Ellie Dempster. And in the red corner, she stands 5 feet 4.5 inches tall, weighing in at 126 pounds. Out of Las Vegas, Nevada, Michelle Brown. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Jason Herzog. Winner of the coin toss and striking first, Ellie Dempster.
Sign up to the Crypto.com app using the code POWER. Trade $100 to receive $50 plus a chance to win Power Slap double passes.
Center up. Center. Ma'am, you won the coin toss.
So Michelle Brown and Ellie Dempster, they're actually friends.
Right on two.
Mikey says that she's too nice. She's actually a sweetheart. And she also said that throwing a slap hurts more than getting slapped. Well, she's getting slapped first. Let's see if Ellie can change her mind.
Right on 2, you're set. Right on 2, give us a measure. Right on 2 with a measure.
And the odds have this one as a pick'em.
There's your measure.
The rookie goes first.
Right on 2. 1.
That was a good slap.
Good start for the Rook.
But she took it so well. Like, smiled, grinned, wasn't bothered one little bit. She's still smiling now. Maybe she was telling the truth.
In that box. We need her at least to step out of that box. We take this right.
And nice slap for Ellie Dempster. Never done this before, of course, on the big stage. Easy to make mistakes, commit a foul, move the feet.
Ma'am, you got time if you'd like it.
Little bit of a pivot, but
that was right on the edge. I think that's right what you can get away with right there. We talked about the minor heel lift. Nice job by Ellie Dempster. Chris Taglioni getting her
right on one.
Chin right.
Here?
Now, one thing we haven't seen from Mikey Michelle Brown is a knockout.
Good there. Give us a measure. Right.
She's had decision victories.
Right on one. There's your measure.
And a decision loss, coming in with that 1-1 record after facing Van Zandt and Emily Whitmire. Two big names in the world of power slap.
Wasn't the best.
Just kind of a glancing blow.
She rushed it, to be honest.
I told you.
Wasn't much power.
I know.
Ellie Dempster, never taken a slap before. You can see the relief on her face. Like, hold on a minute. That wasn't bad at all.
I told you you're more powerful. Now it's time to fucking
She has a little extra juice now.
Oh, yeah.
Realizes she can survive these slaps.
She is grinning from ear to ear. I'll be honest, that was a terribly placed slap. It was way too high, kind of on the eyes. The technique that Michael Michelle Brown used as well wasn't the best. She didn't maximize
right here, okay?
the wind up.
Pull this. 1 point clubbing.
So she's going to get a penalty
1 point
here,
clubbing,
guys.
red. Okay.
It's going to be a clubbing foul.
Pick your shots. You're good. Okay.
Yeah, too high up, as I said.
You got a little time.
And that's the right call.
Well, it's a bad start for Brown, but
as much time as you need here. You got a minute and 40 seconds. So when you're ready.
Perfect start for Ellie Dempster. That's going to be a 10-8 round.
You hit her here, right? Just bring it back a little and hit her right here.
She's grinning from ear to ear. Now she's having a wonderful time. 10-8,
You already
of
know where
course.
to aim.
Ellie
You got
Dempster
plenty of
very
time.
clear.
You got a minute and 30 seconds. So whenever, if you want to go,
You know,
you
in
can
a
go whenever you
fight,
want. All right?
it's always the anticipation that brings the most nerves. Once the fight starts and you take the shot, then you're just on autopilot and you realize it's not that bad. And that's what Ellie's going through right now. The realization that, hold on a minute, I belong here. I can take this power.
I keep saying follow through.
Well, she won't stop smiling.
I know.
She's been smiling ever since then. Meanwhile, on the flip side, you have Michael Michelle Brown, who realizes this is going to be an uphill battle now after losing that first round 10-8.
Chin up. Gotta stay right there. Don't move. Okay, don't move.
Ma'am, what hand, what count? Right on two. Are you set here? Right on two. Give us a measure. Right on two. Right on two. There's your measure. Right on two. One.
Big one.
Good shot, but I tell you what, Mikey Michelle Brown, she's got a chin, she plays a good game, she smiles,
Get a nice good measure.
but she needs revenge here. She's making a big mistake in the first round. She just kind of pushed the slap. You see there, Ellie Dempster swings back. Look, see the swing, see the wind up, and that results in power. Mikey Michelle Brown in the first round kind of like just pushed it through.
Ma'am, which hand and what count?
Right on two.
Right
She's
on two.
gonna
Are you all set
really
here?
swing.
Right there, don't move. Wait. Hold on.
Get the leverage.
Okay.
I will say this, that she's walking a tightrope as Ellie Dempster with that foot. She's getting really close to a step. Brown needs a big one here.
Right on two.
I don't like that technique. A little high again.
Jason Herzog's calling for the replay because you called it, Michael. That one potentially could be a clubbing foul again, and if it is, she's going to be automatically disqualified.
Well, I hope she doesn't get disqualified. But it was a little high.
I think she's going to.
In here, okay? Bring it straight off here. Because sometimes if you come down,
But look, see that? She's not maximizing her leverage by swinging all the way
This is
back.
two offensive fouls. Two offensive
That's
fouls
it.
is a disqualification. Okay?
That's it.
So it's a DQ. Yes, ma'am.
Jason Herzog giving the news to Michael Michelle Brown. This will go in the books as a disqualification loss. Ellie Dempster will be victorious in her power slap debut.
That was a disappointing performance by Mikey Michelle Brown. She's got a lot of fanfare, a lot of potential. But Ellie Dempster making a debut, looks really good. Had a good chin, was grinning from ear to ear. There's the club that ended the fight. Again, sad to say, but it was high. It was on the eye. Now let's have a look. Ellie Dempster First shot, beautiful placement, good power. And here's round 2. Clean shot again. Really nice work. So the only time she's not smiling is right now when she's about to be declared the winner.
Let's send it to Justin.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Jason Herzog calls a stop to the match in round number 2 due to 2 offensive fouls, declaring the winner by disqualification, Ellie Pelly Dempster.
So Ellie Dempster victorious in her power slap debut. Probably not the way she wanted to get the win, but I'll tell you what, she looked really good for somebody who has never been on this stage before.
Yeah, didn't show any nerves, good technique, landed with really good power, showed a good chin, got clubbed twice as well. Right on the eye. It's a shame for Mikey Michelle Brown. She's a really nice girl, but you gotta follow the rules.
Our Power Slap Celeb Cam brought to you by Arsenal Strength. Roy Nelson, former UFC heavyweight contender. Rashad Evans, UFC Hall of Famer, is in the house. Jackie Catalan, Tatiana Suarez. Catalan, of course, a Power Slap contender, and Suarez in the UFC. And Des Rocks, one of Dana's favorite artists here as well.
Take it back and double up. Try to copy, but they never ever do enough.
Is the 3-time Super Crown champ.
Let me show you how to get it like me. Get it like me. 'Cause the best is what I really might be. Let me show you how to get it. You wanna be like this. You wanna be like this.
That was insane. Our light heavyweight champ is in the building. One of the first true badasses of Power Slap. Ron Wolverine Beta is also the first double champ in Power Slap history. After a brief retirement, Wolverine is back to defend his light heavyweight title for the 3rd time against one of the most dangerous men in the game, in Russell Kainoa Rivero, an electrician by trade. Rivero regularly sends his opponents into blackout mode. The Hawaiian is coming off back-to-back knockout wins and is competing for the title for the 2nd time in 2 years. UFC 318, Holloway versus Poirier, and Power Slap 14 land in New Orleans next month. It's July 18th and 19th. Power Slap fans, you have a chance to enter Dana's VIP New Orleans sweepstakes tonight. One winner and a guest will sit in Dana's section at UFC 318 and Power Slap 14 in New Orleans and attend the exclusive Power Slap after party. 2 other winners will receive boxes of Topps UFC cards. There's only one way to win, and that is to enter. Powerslap.com/sweepstakes. Tonight, between the co-main event and the main event, Power Slap will display a secret code in the broadcast. That's between the co-main and the main, which is worth additional entries. The secret code is your best chance at scoring the sweepstakes prizes. Unbeaten after a pair of victories on Power Slap road to the title, Bryce Jones rolls into his hometown riding high and ready to add another win to the slate as he faces fellow heavyweight contender Zakir Naimanbayev.
Kazakhstan's Zakir Naimanbayev made an immediate impact in his Power Slap debut in January as he knocked out Troels Nielsen in the 2nd round to land himself a place in the heavyweight top 10 heading into tonight's matchup with Bryce Jones. Naimanbayev's move into the rankings didn't sit well with Henderson, Nevada's Jones, who scored 2 wins over Devin Helm and James Stonier on Season 3 of Road to the Title, and believes he will be one of the top 10 following tonight's meeting with the Iron Man. Coming up next, Zakir Iron Man Naimanbayev faces Bryce Just Hands Jones.
Bryce Jones from just down the road in Henderson, Nevada, coming in with a 2-0 power slap record. Both of those wins on road to the title season 3 against James Stonier and Devin Helm. You know, he weighed 330 pounds at one point at 23 years old. He got down to 186, moved out to Vegas with his cousin, was training at Extreme Couture. An injury moved him away from training for MMA. Saw power slap, applied the first season, got invited for season 3 of Road to the Title. He said his experience on the show, as you can relate to, Michael, a little frustrating. The guys on the show were a little crazy, but he's glad he did that so he can be here now.
Yeah, and as you say, on season 3 had 2 wins, 1 knockout, 1 decision. And growing up, he was a guy that liked sports, was on the football team, but he was an angry kid, and you could just take one look at that face and see that he has some pent-up aggression inside him. But sadly, he got into a lot of fights, so he wasn't allowed on the football team, ended up in and out of jail, lived out of a suitcase for many years, and then now he's found power slap, and he's really got his life on track. Now, on his opponent, Zakir, he said, listen, he's a strong guy. I've seen videos of him pulling trains and picking up cars, but his technique isn't the best, and this guy's very analytical, feels that he's got the better technique out of the two of them.
The Ironman Zakir Namanbayev also coming in undefeated. He won his only power slap match in January against Trolls Nielsen. Started powerlifting at 11 years old. By 18, he was an Asian champ. His best bench press, Bisping, 250 kilograms. You know what that is? That's about 550 pounds.
Yeah, about 520 pounds. He's a ridiculously strong man representing Kazakhstan. 30 years old, 1-0 in power slap, and of course when you've got that kind of power, it is no surprise that he got a knockout, and that's exactly what he expects to happen here. Said that his life has completely changed back home. Walking down the street, he gets bothered now, people are stopping him, they all want pictures, he's getting invited to soccer games and things like that. Bit of a local celebrity, but he's not letting that change who he is. He's still a nice, humble Kazakhstani guy, working hard, lifting weights, and aims to slap hard.
And Zakir Namanbayev won the toss, which means that he will strike first in this match here tonight. Take a look now at the tail of the tape, Jones and Namanbayev. It is Jones who is 5 years older, but Zakir Namanbayev heavier by about 25 pounds, and he is the minus 150 favorite here in our third match of the night. Justin Bernard once again going to get us going.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is 3 rounds in the power slap heavyweight division and presented by Wolfpack, the official bag of power slap. Introducing to you first in the blue corner, he stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 240 pounds. Out of Henderson, Nevada, Bryce Just Hands Jones. And in the red corner, he stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 265 pounds. Out of Semi, Kazakhstan, he is a number 6 ranked heavyweight contender in the world, Zakir Ironman Namanbayev. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Mark Smith. Winner of the coin toss and striking first, Zakir Namanbayev.
Wolfpack.com offers high performance, customizable bags and backpacks designed for those who are making their mark. Shop now at Wolfpack.com.
All right, gentlemen, to the center. You get it.
So Zakir, the shorter guy, the heavier guy,
What's his count?
the stronger guy.
He must measure. Right, on 3.
And of course coming off the back of a knockout last time out. And he gets to slap first.
1, 2.
There it is.
Zakir with a rocket.
Bryce is up. But I don't think that's a good idea. It's over. One and done.
Nurmagomedov moves to 2-0. What a slap!
One shot is all it takes. Bryce Jones was right. He's pulling trains, he's lifting cars, he looks strong. Guess what? He is. And he's got ridiculous knockout power.
That was insane. Tonight's Monster Knockouts brought to you by Monster Energy. Unleash the beast.
Let's take a look right here. Nurmagomedov. Massive hand, placed perfectly. Little bit of a step. So Jones goes down hard.
They called it clubbing.
They called it a club. I'm surprised it wasn't a step, to be honest.
So the knockout win goes to a DQ loss with a clubbing foul. Okay.
I mean, Nurmagomedov just knocked him out with an illegal shot, and now he wants to fight him.
Stay right here. Hey, stay right here. We all knew it was going to happen.
So going to be a DQ. Let's make it official with Justin Bernard.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mark Smith calls a stop to the match in round number 1 due to a foul, and your winner by disqualification, Bryce Just Heads Jones.
All right, so that was a blessing in disguise for Bryce Jones, but let's take a look at the replay, because I'm very intrigued here. It definitely looks like a bit of a step. Obviously, the call was for clubbing. So let's take a look at it. Yeah, you can see the palm of the hand was kind of leading before the fingers. That's going to massively increase the power.
I mean, I don't know, man.
Wasn't the craziest example of a club, to be honest. But if you see the feet was more egregious.
It was a step by the word of the rule. Taylor Lewan, busting with the boys. Former Tennessee Titans offensive tackle is here. The crazy Hawaiian here to watch his little brother. Man, how
skinny guy.
All he's eating is chicken wings these days, apparently. Man, he is skinny. Robert Trujillo, our lightweight champ. Very good MMA fighter as well, is here in the house. And we wrap up our celebrity shots with Holly Madison, who is here as well. So here's what's on deck. We talked about it a bit earlier. Power Slap 14 in New Orleans, Friday, July 18th, and then back to Las Vegas here at the Fountain Blue on October 3rd for Power Slap 15. You don't want to miss it.
There are tons of ways to bet on the big fight with DraftKings Sportsbook. So many, I'm going to try to name them all before this guy taps out. Bet on submission props, spreads, same-game parlays. You can also bet live, over-unders, futures. Hang in there. Only about a dozen left. New customers bet $5 and get $150 instantly in bonus bets. DraftKings, the best place to bet UFC. Double chance victories, takedowns landed, knockout props. So many bet types, right? Right?
These heavyweight striker rankings brought to you by Dios Azul, the official tequila partner of Power Slap. Damien DeBell is the champion. Perez Bernard Mena, 1 through 3. And then you have James Siegman and Pono Powell. These odds are presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. And James Siegman against Pono Powell is on deck. It is Siegman who comes in as the minus 185 favorite over the Hawaiian, Pono Powell. Fresh from a hard-fought 3-round scrap with Dorian Perez in March, Pono Powell will be bringing the heat once again for the summer heavyweight showdown against the Iron Champ, James Siegman.
Despite the dominant reign of heavyweight champion Damien DeBell, there's no shortage of contenders vying for their shot at the title. And tonight, 2 members of the top 5 will face off as James Siekman looks to extend his winning streak in a rematch against Hawaiian powerhouse Pono Pau. Having scored an upset knockout victory over Pau in the middle of a stellar 2024 campaign, St. Louis's Siekman made his first start of 2025 against a familiar face in Pau, whose power slap resume includes knockouts of Devin Jenkins and Cooper Housley. Coming up next, James the Iron Chin Siekman battles Pono, the Hawaiian assassin Pau. The Hawaiian assassin, Pono Pau, 36 years old, coming in with a 2-2 record in power slap, doing a lot more training, wants to deliver more power. He said the key is the follow through. His last fight, a split decision loss. He was a lighter. He's added an extra 15 pounds of muscle, says he's going to go on 1 or 2. Obviously, it's harder to go on 1 for the accuracy, so perhaps he starts on 2.
And it's hard to go up against an opponent that has already knocked you out, and that's what we're talking about here. He did lose to Jay Siekman on road to the title season 3. It was a knockout in round 2, and he said, of course, since then I have improved. He's learned more about defense. I will have a better solid structure. I will lean on the podium. I will grab the baton. I have strengthened my neck, and as you mentioned there, he has put on a lot of clean muscle, eating clean, lifting weights. He's put on about 15 pounds. He's more athletic, and of course, he's got a bit more experience now. Knocked out Cooper Housley, lost to Dorian Perez, and he's coming into this one really confident. And you know what? I think he should be, because his opponent, James Siekman, we'll talk about this in a moment, has lost a dramatic amount of weight. The Pono Pau, as I said, has lost to this man once before. He looks really fired up and ready to go.
In that match against Siekman before, he lost by knockout, but he was having to hit with his offhand because of an injury. His good hand is good to go this time, so he feels like he's a different dude. He's worked on his strength. He is very excited about the opportunity to avenge that loss. The Iron Chin James Siekman runs a digital marketing company. He's been doing it for about 12 years. Pretty confident coming into this one, coming off 2 back-to-back wins over Pono Pau, who he faces here tonight, and Nate Bernard, who is no joke. That was in October of last year.
Yeah, and as I said, in October last year, he was 270 pounds. He weighed in this week at 218 pounds. Remember, the heavyweight limit is 265. Now, he's had success. He knocked out Pono Pau before. He got a win over Nate Bernard, but he didn't like the way that he looked on TV. So all he's been doing is dieting and focusing on cardio. He's done a lot of running. He carries hand weights when he's running as well. He hasn't been lifting weights at all. He hasn't been focusing on power. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's reinvented the wheel and sports science is completely incorrect for generations of athletes. But typically, a sport like this, you want to increase power, not your cardio. But maybe I'm wrong, Dan.
Well, I will say, he did share with us that one of the reasons he decided to lose weight is because you said he looked like a floating pool noodle on TV.
Yeah, well, you know, he didn't look the best. He looks lean and mean.
Here's the tail of the tape for Siekman and Pau. Siekman is the bigger man, taller by 4 inches, but you can see the weight differential. Lost over 50 pounds from the last time that he fought. Has a slight reach and hand size advantage as well, and Siekman is coming in as the favorite. Let's send it to Justin Bernard now.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is 3 rounds in the Power Slap Heavyweight Division and presented by Monster Energy. Unleash the Beast. Introducing to you first in the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 263 pounds. Out of San Diego, California. He is a number 5 ranked heavyweight contender in the world. Pono, the Hawaiian assassin, Pau. And And in the red corner, he stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 218 1/2 pounds. Out of St. Louis, Missouri, he is a number 4 ranked heavyweight contender in the world, James the Iron Chin Siegman. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Mike Beltran. Winner of the coin toss and striking first, Pono Pao.
So James Siegman has shown.
Power Slap Shop, purchase official Power Slap apparel and merch at shop.powerslap.com. A Fanatics experience. Sorry, Michael, I have to pay the bills.
No, of course, of course. Siegman has shown a really good chin. He's shown that he's got tremendous power. But when you lose weight, one of the first things you notice is the size of the neck. And look at these necks. Look at the difference. Pono Pao is built like an absolute tank. Whereas James Siegman, you know, he's definitely slimmed down. You can see the size of the muscle, and the neck, obviously, supports the head, stops rotation, helps with the ability to take a shot.
Motion from Pao.
And that could be it. It was flinching anyway, but is he done? He's wobbly.
Walk over here. Watch my side.
I hope for his sake, he doesn't have to take another one. He's good. He's back in it. Mike Beltran is a sadist. And now he's going to call a flinch. Mike Beltran, you are an evil man. He flinched, man. He's going to have to take another.
This is insanity.
Them the rules, baby.
Are the rules.
2 for flinching.
It's the worst penalty in sports.
Don't be a bitch about it. I'm telling you. Do you want to slap again?
Yes, I think I'll slap again.
Do you want to almost?
Okay.
Oh dear.
He wants to slap again.
He said, hell yeah, I want to go again.
Look at Siegman's face. He can't believe it.
Oh, don't flinch again.
Oh my God.
Could you imagine? I don't think it's going to matter. I've got a bad feeling that this time he's gonna go to sleep. Now I've been wrong before.
Everybody's phone is
I'll put $100 on this right now.
Oh my! Pono Pao sitting him down again.
He's up. Not quite. Take your time. Up you go. No, totally fine. No problem. I'm good. What day is it?
Mike Beltran couldn't let it go any longer.
Yeah, it was the right call. Pono Pao.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's got the moves.
I told you, hey, Leo wants you. Let's go.
I knew it. I just had a bad feeling when he lost all of that weight. Siegman's been a great competitor in the past. Look at those moves, man. That's impressive.
Athlete.
Yeah, Siegman showed a lot of heart, though. He wanted to go again.
Tonight's Monster Knockouts brought to you by Monster Energy. Unleash the beast.
Yeah, and this was a beast. What a shot. Right on the target. James Siegman, you know, he's tough as they come. He wanted to stay in this, but with all the will in the world, you know, he was scrambled. He was on shaky legs. It was like he'd had a bottle of Estrella Jalisco. You know, if he got pulled over for drink driving, he was going straight to prison because he was wasted.
He was crushed. And the first one dropped him too. You were surprised that he went off the first one. Then he had to take another one. Had he known he was going to have to take another one, he probably would have just said, I'm good.
But look at that. It's like, oh no!
Reactions are the best.
I know, it's fantastic. Yeah, James Siegman's great, but, you know, Pono Pao, man, just way too much tonight.
Jackie Cataline looking on. But you brought up the point about the weight loss. Kind of,
yeah.
It's good for your overall health, maybe not good for Power Slap.
Well, good if he wants to compete at 205.
Let's make it official with Justin Bernard.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mike Beltran calls a stop to the match in round number 1, declaring the winner by TKO, Pono, the Hawaiian Assassin, Pow!
Pono Pow getting it done in dramatic fashion, improving to 3-2 in Power Slap. Oh, Piper and Capri are in the house. They're doing a little practice at Power Slap for him. Bob Menery is here. I'm sure you'll see him on IG Live at some point. Always making videos. Hall of Famer.
He's always here.
Cowboy Cerrone. He loves Power Slap as much as anybody. These Tricolor Rivals are brought to you by Dios Azul, the official partner of Power Slap. The old saying, don't judge a book by its cover, has never been more applicable than this. At 5'9", 350 pounds, Dumpling doesn't exactly strike the most intimidating figure, but he is an absolute assassin when he's at the Power Slap table. The reigning super heavyweight champ has arrived and is set to defend his title for the first time. For the third time in a row, he's matched up against a massive Hawaiian with the last name Viernes. This time, it's the Hawaiian hitman Dane Viernes trying to do what his brother couldn't, beat a pig farmer from a tiny town in the Siberia region of Russia who has quickly become one of the faces of the sport. That's it for the prelims. If you're watching us anywhere except UFC Facebook, UFC YouTube, or Power Slap Facebook, get there now because the main card is here.
V-Chain Power Slap 13, Dumpling versus the Hawaiian Hitman, is presented by Crypto.com. Sign up to the Crypto.com app using the code POWER. Trade $100 to receive $50 and the chance to win Power Slap double passes. DraftKings. Right now, new DraftKings Sportsbook customers can bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Download the app and use the code UFC when you sign up. Power Slap Mobile. Download from the App Store and play today. And by Estrella Jalisco, an authentic Cerveza Dorado and the official beer of Power Slap.
Steamrolled by the Dumpling Express. We could be seeing that in the main event here tonight. V-Chain, Power Slap 13, Dumpling versus the Hawaiian Hitman, presented by Monster Energy. Unleash the Beast. 4 down, 4 to go, which means